Hello everyone, I am Tacet and welcome to the Gems of War Invasions, week 13, day 2. So today, one of our main objectives is going to be to do all the delves, of course, but in doing those delves, we will be able to go and hopefully have enough shards to get Forest of Thorns upgraded. We still need to go upgrade a troop in order to go get 12 stars from this kingdom, so that's the main thing we're going to be focusing on. We could obviously just throw a blue orb at it immediately, but it's a lot cheaper just throwing the shards than it is to use a blue orb. And all we need is 2 more copies on the legend, which is taking forever for whatever reason this time, and 17 more copies on the rare. We only need one of those 2, but we need one of those 2 to reach Mythic. So that's one of our main goals this stream. But before we do, it is an invasion stream, so might as well actually do invasion once or twice real quick. Still using the same team as yesterday. Not sure if I'll be revamping it. Probably should. Also, we still have spaces left in the guild if anyone's still interested in joining. We still have the 3 spots from yesterday. So where are the announcements? If you could do 1 million gold and basically decent in all of the guild-related events, Guild Wars, Raids, Invasions, Tower of Doom, then we can have you in. Also, ideally level 1000 plus, but if you fall in that category, we still have 3 spots left that'll be filling over the course of the week. But anyways, let's go and do some invasions. So, still using this thing, still using Dawnbringer, still been working well. Hello William, hello Danny, hello Jesse, hello Motown, hello Gustavo, hello DeCrio, and hello Zeddicus. Good evening, everyone. Actually, at this point, it's almost like good night for most people. What do we need? What do we need? We should probably rush, it feels weird. We do need, I was about to say, we don't really need that many brown for once, but no, we actually kind of do. Every team needs brown these days. There's no such thing as a team that uses no brown. So move that over. Go and grab that little bit right there. There's just too many good brown weapons these days. Kill that out. Oh, how did that not one-shot you? Do I need to go get you a magic buff or something? Well, technically this magic buffs you, but not by a lot. Ooh, that's interesting. I didn't think we'd hit not one-shot range that quickly already. But apparently we've already hit it. At least partially. So let's get that upgraded. No skull, which would obviously one-shot if we had it. Ah, he took my skull. I needed that. Okay, we'll just take our blue. Get a little bit of explosions. Not much, but at least something will get mana. He keeps getting every single skull. Luckily, we got one right there. And she almost died. They do like 2-3 shot it now with skulls. Oh, that's funny. We're not even going to lose any of our sigils in doing this. We'll do one more for now. But then we need to go focus on getting shards and getting Forest of Thorns upgraded. Alright, well, so we'll take that for now. Get our brown. Cascaded. Take our purple over. Hello, Crazy. Hello, D. Hello, Aaron. Welcome, everyone. Alright, so we can just take the skull. Skull's apparently still one-shot, mainly because they're almost double the damage of our ability, and they both do the exact same amount of damage. Well, you know, damage is in multiplier. Same multiplier, different base damage. Give her a barrier just so she doesn't die somehow, which is very unlikely. Yeah, he has 75% reduction, so unless we get enraged, he's not going to be killing that. And now it goes down. Wait, we got another Valraven? Well, apparently we're 2 battles up. We got back-to-back Valravens. 2 battles, 2 Valravens. I'll take it. Well, we had more battles than we even started with. Let's go and now do quite a bit of the Crypt. This should be a pretty easy one, given that, what was I about to say with this? Oh, given that we have a level 188 Crypt. We didn't end up getting it to 200 because we were able to finish it before then. But, yeah, we need to go do a bunch of these. Go set up a really... not that team! Good times when we did this a few weeks ago. Triple Lady Marana with the Graveseer thing. But we never need to do that again. Let's go and put an actual real team there. Which way do I want to do this for lower level? We can use the Megavore team, but we don't need that till later. And it'd be too slow at these initial ones. I am pretty sure we could just use that Weaver team. I don't mind using it. It's actually pretty funny, at least for the first few battles. You basically just double kills and then we're done. Weaver and Queen of Her. I know it's a really weird kind of not even using everything team, but I don't know, it does it for me. I like using it. And we'll go with this banner. We just need set to one of the -1s to give us all the colors there, which I actually forget which one that is. That's close enough. Good. And we'll roll with that. And run this for the first 2 delves, and then switch into a real team for the other several. And as we slowly progress through these, we should have a 12-star Forest of Thorns, which will give us slightly higher tribute per day, which is useful because we do check it quite a bit. My average of it has probably gone down, just because I haven't had much time lately. But I would say on average I check it like 6 times a day, normally. Probably more. It's a tough week without Dawnbreaker. For what? For raids? Or for invasions, I mean? I think you could still get away with it. You are right in that there isn't much for protection. You might even just want to go Mountain Crusher first slot and just tank or something. But yeah, there isn't too many things that you can use for protective purposes if you don't have a Dawnbringer. Just because everything within the kingdom is very, very high damage and has basically no durability, nor any abilities that give barrier or health or anything like that. Even the buffer only gives attack and magic, which are both 2 really good stats. It's just that doesn't help you live. It just helps kill the enemy. And when you're very low on stats compared to the enemy, that's not a good idea. And that's exactly what Invasions is. Hello, Questor. Hello, Captain. Hello, Raven. Welcome. Hope all of you been doing well. I'm actually pretty hyped for Smash Ultimate coming out very soon. Very, very soon. Okay, we'll go take this one first. I'll probably be streaming it a lot the first, probably all of December. We'll still be doing all of the Gems of War stream. It won't get in the way of any of those. But I'll probably be streaming that game a couple times a week for at least all of December. Yeah, we'll move that over. Grab the other yellow. Over mana. Get everything exploded. And it would just Weaver kill it, or a Skull, either or. Was there anything interesting in the dev stream last night? They didn't actually go over the... Well, we kind of already knew that prior to going into it. But they didn't end up going over the next patch. She only went over the new Mythic. And the new Mythic wasn't anything special. I actually stopped watching the stream towards the end. So if she said something interesting at the end, I actually don't know. Because I didn't bother double checking after the fact. But like very soon after, definitely before the holidays. 100% before the holidays, we'll be getting the new patch. But no, we mainly just got to see that the new Mythic is pretty underwhelming, which we kind of already knew as well. There's very few things you would ever use it for. In early game, it would be a nice pickup. But in later game, it just doesn't have enough damage. And the main reason for that is a good majority of its damage is based on the amount of reds that you have on the board. And obviously, that's consistent throughout the entire game. There's not going to be more reds later in the game compared to earlier in the game. So, yeah, it's just going to be really good early game and then awful later. Past level 500, I don't think the Mythic would ever even be used in a single instance. And very few people would even have it before then. So it's basically going to be useless, essentially. Which is unfortunate. Oh, yeah, there is that. They did announce that they're doing a developer chat. This was one that they talked about for a while. I believe they're going to be going over all of the things that they're planning for the next year. Vaguely. Not, like, descriptively, but they kind of did something like that last year as well. Towards the end of the year. And I believe that's the stream that they're doing that next Sunday. Or Sunday for most time zones. It's funny that Salty loses so much with new Mythics. Well, some of them are really bad. So, like this new one, that kind of makes sense that she would lose with it. What did pure faction did I use to get Crypt completed? I used 3 Lady Maranas with a Graveseer. The Graveseer is mainly to make sure that they don't get value out of it. Obviously, you don't actually use purple, but you need to make sure that they don't get value out of using that. So that's the main reason why you carry a Graveseer instead of 4 Lady Marana. Initially, I was just running 4 Lady Marana, but the board control and the counter to the enemies convert is worth putting the only 3 Lady Maranas in a Graveseer. But yeah, basically you just keep gambling with Lady Marana's ability over and over and over again until you eventually win. That is essentially the entirety of Crypt Pure Faction. Is you have to get lucky and hit her ability 12 times without dying. Yeah, I think it took us around, I want to say 50 attempts until we finally got it. Somewhere around there. You just need that one lucky attempt to finally get it done, though. And what's really nice is this final battle is relatively weak. The only thing you have to worry about, at least in high stats, is Spectral Knight one-shotting you. But other than that, as soon as you kill the Spectral Knight and as soon as you kill the Lady Marana, you basically won the battle. They don't have anything really threatening. Of course, there's still skulls, but regardless of what you're facing, you always have to deal with skulls if the stats are high. They could be literally any troop, and that would be a thing you would have to worry about. But it's pretty, well, maybe not easy, but it's at least manageable in some situations to avoid every skull. There we go. 1 down, 1 billion more to go. No, we only need to go complete it, I think 8 more times, unless we got unlucky. Then it's 9. But we'll get shards along the way, and those shards are going to give us everything we need for Forest of Thorns getting maxed. Oh yeah, also we have to go do those 3 delves too. Can't forget about that. But anyways, let's go and head back to games. Yep, we already got tier reward 1. Really? It's that easy to get tier reward 1? Apparently. Okay, well, let's keep going. We can run this for 1 more delve, then we'll need to switch to a real team. As a new player, should you focus on traits or PvP? You can do both simultaneously by doing PvP, so I don't know exactly what you're asking. But PvP will give you trait stones, it'll give you gold, it'll give you glory, it'll give you a small amount of ingots up to 1.9k. It'll also give you some keys up to 1.9k. It gives you basically everything you would ever need. So I don't know exactly what you're asking. But if you're talking about like leveling or traits, I would say... but even that you kind of do both simultaneously. Because if you were soul farming, you'd be gaining trait stones while simultaneously gaining souls. You generally only need to get one really good, or a few really good teams leveled, and then start worrying about trading some of the bigger stuff. But yeah, the main focus is always getting every single kingdom to level 10 first. That's the biggest priority to always have. Okay, so this one's definitely the better path. Take the 1.3. Getting all of the kingdoms done that give you something important, as well as getting level 10 all kingdoms, are the 2 biggest things you should always focus on first. The kingdoms that are important to do are Broken Spire for Arena, Stormheim for Titan hero class, which is the best hero class in the game currently and probably forever, unless they add better ones or nerf it. Blighted Lands, because you need the Soul Forge from it. Drifting Sands, because it unlocks dungeons. And Sinner Mirage, because it unlocks the Underworld. And that's basically all the kingdoms you ever have to do. And then focus on getting level 10 all kingdoms. But yeah, I do need to do an updated new player video. I'll probably do one before the end of the year or right at the end of the year. What am I looking for? Okay, I'm trying to... There we go. That's weird. It went from a 1.3 to a 1.2 and then a 1.25. Normally it goes down the entire time, not up. Or not up then down. Yeah, they ended up adding so many things this year. I normally do like a recap video at the end of the year of something. Of like 10 troops that came in or 10 something or something at the end of the year. But, I don't know, this year was kind of interesting because they basically, like, threw sigils after sigils after sigils at the game. Like, every single sigil system that's currently in the game has only been implemented this year. Which is weird to think because it seems like it's been around forever. Alright, let's go do this 1.25 for the treasure room. But now basically the whole game's economy actually cycles around them because they no longer have kingdoms being introduced to the game. So now the biggest sink is the actual events rather than new kingdoms. Did I really mention much about the new Mythic? No. I can explain it right now. It's useless. That's basically the whole summary of the Mythic. It's pretty bad. It's basically, it boost ratios per every red on the board, and does double if there's a firestorm. The biggest issue with this is that's not enough to one-shot an entire team, or even two-shot an entire team, or probably not even three-shot an entire team. It probably takes like 4 or 5 shots in late game. It would only be really viable earlier on in the game when you're dealing with lower stats, when a lot of reds on the board would actually be good. Like right now, it'd get 18 onto her damage. She'd probably have a base value around 20. So that'd be about a 38. That would be about a 76 damage to all enemies. But even with that many reds on the board, 2 76s is not necessarily enough to actually kill out a team and end the game. It seems like it's going to be a weaker version of Guard's avatar, just with a different requirement to do damage. And Guard's avatar is already pretty low down there. So she's just going to be useless. Which is unfortunate. But they always like adding those occasional useless mythics occasionally. It gives more time to go get better ones. She has nice art though. But it's definitely one I would say to skip. I'm still going for it though, obviously, because we need to go do a video and everything for it. But, and of course if you have more than half the mythics in the game, you generally go for every new mythic regardless of if it's good or not. But, yeah, it's not that good. Though the gold-related troops they've been adding recently have been. They're basically like mythics, like the Egg Thief and the one that they just recently added this week too. Though I do prefer Egg Thief over the one that they did this week, mainly because the one they did this week's only half the mana. Plus it doesn't have a summon, it just has some damage instead. After this week, I probably will just be going exclusively into Egg Thief and not using the new troop they added. But of course, it's +5 glory this week to use the other gold guy, so might as well use him at least this week. Yeah, the new rope weapon's actually really solid. I haven't used it for much yet, but it is a really good weapon. It's one of those nice weapons that aren't like completely overpowered to the point that you feel like you have to always use it, but are situationally good enough that you can actually use it compared to other options. Like there are many options where it will be better than Dragon's Eye, Mang, Mountain Crusher, and stuff like that. Yet not so powerful that you would have to use it instead of anything else. Wish they would add more stuff like that. You're running Crypt with Mang, Ubistet, Megavore, and Possessed King. Oh, interesting. I didn't think about putting Possessed King into a team. I guess we could try rolling with that. We're going to have to switch this team right after this battle into something else. I was just going to go into Megavore Weaver, though. Most likely. Oh, why'd I do that? That gave us literally nothing. I forgot we're not using either of those two colors. Oh, well. Luckily he doesn't deny browns. So we'll do all that. Get a Weaver. Get another Weaver, and that is match. Yeah, Earth's Fury is one of those really annoying ones. Great in invasions. That's the only time I ever use it, though. And even this week in invasions, I didn't bother, mainly because it tiers 10 armor every time, which kind of gets in the way. Oh wait, never mind. Level 40. I think we can get away with Weaver one more time in level 40. They have relatively low stats. We'll go again. And it doesn't matter if we lose Mountain Crusher. Well, ideally we won't, but it's like no penalty to it or anything. We already got this faction completely completed. We're only doing this for the Shards mainly, and to get all of the orbs and stuff for the actual event. And hopefully we can break our green orange streak. I think the last week and a half to almost 2 weeks, every single orb has been green or orange. Yeah, rope works mainly with teams that can do really good frontline damage. So things like Skull Spam, things like Yagway, you know, anything that hits first slot really hard is generally what you would use the rope with. Alright, so I'm actually going to take this 1.3 first, because it does end up yielding slightly more points that way. Yeah, this delve has an interesting layout. It's also the most... It has the highest reward of any delve as well, simply because it has a guaranteed treasure room. I don't know why, but it's still the only faction with guaranteed treasure room. And also has a second room that can occasionally be a treasure room. But this room right here is 100% of the time a treasure room. And as you can see, it's right there, 1,200 gold for a treasure. And this one occasionally is. Not this time, but it can be. I really wish they did have a hero mode. Or if they ever figure out how to rebalance classes, as in, you know, like being able to set them. Having a whole team of 4 different hero classes. And fighting up against other hero class type enemies. Because we've never had an AI controlled, like, campaign related hero class thing to fight. Like, you can fight other people's heroes, but you never really had another instance where they custom made them for a specific purpose. Like how Invasions has towers and like how Raids has raid bosses. They never bothered to make something like that where you have to fight like some kind of really big hero-like thing. That has similar mechanics to Hero, but much stronger. Oh, okay, yeah. We definitely, after this delve, have to go to a normal team. When Weaver's not even killing that, that's a problem. It's not like we're gonna lose, but that's sufficient killing. What are all the kingdoms you can currently go to power level 10? I actually don't know that full list off the top of my head. Oh, no, it'd be easier if I just start saying them when I'm looking at the map. 1 second. I know what most of them are. It's just I know for sure I'll forget 1 or 2 if I try naming all of them off the top of my head. I should probably memorize that, though. So soon it's going to be so many that it's going to be over a dozen. But currently, all the kingdoms that can be 10-star plus are Sword's Edge. Actually, let's just do this from the bottom up. It'd probably be easier. Let's see. It is Forest of Thorns, which can reach 12. White Helm, which can reach 14. Sword's Edge, that can reach 12. Stormheim, that can reach 11. And Forest of Thorns, that can reach 12. And I believe that's all of them, unless I missed one somewhere. But that should be it. So, Stormheim, Forest of Thorns, Sword's Edge, White Helm, and that's it, right? Yeah. I don't know why I'm looking at this bottom area. These are all newer-ish kingdoms that wouldn't be that maxed yet. Yeah, that's 5 kingdoms then. Sword's Edge, Forest of Thorns, White Helm, Stormheim, and... Wait, why am I feel like I keep missing one each time? Sword's Edge, White Helm, Forest of Thorns, Stormheim. Is there only 4? I could have sworn there was a 5th one. Am I going crazy? No, I guess there is only 4. I could have sworn that was like 5 or 6 of them. But no, it's only 4 of them. Okay, anyways. That's that. Let's go do more of this. Oh yes, Pride Lands. Duh. It literally just became one this week. That's why I didn't think of it. Because it just became one. Yesterday. So yeah, there's 5 kingdoms that can currently be 10-star plus. Why do you think, or what do you think of this team for the faction event? Bandit, Egg Thief, Skeleton Key, Titan, Greed, Summer Banner. Sounds decent. Oh yeah, you can actually run the Key team here, can't you? Should we go run Key? That's basically like what the evolution of this team is. Like, it's the same concept, it's just we're hitting different targets. It's basically just Weaver, but different. Oh no, you know what? Maybe we'll go run Key. Maybe not with Bandit, but... then again, there might not really be too many other options. I could always run a second Greed and just not use its cast. Or really anything with Empowered and just not use its cast. Until we need it. Or just never. Okay. Take that out. Finish the last few rooms. Got 4 more left. Also, how our rewards doing? We almost got that orb. That first orb is so easy to get. Second one is too, but first one in particular. Probably the easiest orb they ever give for anything. Really? 3 1.5s? At that point, I might as well just go do the weaker one first because it has lower gold and reward and everything. But yeah, I think I'll run Key. Enjoy it while we have it. No, they're probably not going to nerf Key, I don't think. They might do something to rebalance the entirety of gold teams in general, but I don't think they're specifically going to nerf any individual one. They'd probably just add a hard counter that steals gold or something. Technically, Bandit does that, but it doesn't do it properly. I don't know if they fix that glitch next patch, but I hope they do. Even though a Bandit says it steals gold, it doesn't actually steal whatever amount of gold it says. Like, if it says it steals 25 gold, it steals, like, 5 or something. I don't know why. It's really weird. Wait, did she confirm no key nerf? Ooh, nice. Well, she said probably currently there's not going to be a key nerf. They've said that about things in the past, too, and then they nerfed it eventually. But then again, they said the same thing about Bombot when it was the most overpowered thing in the game. And now it's still in the exact same state and can become barely used at all. I don't really foresee Key getting used less, though. Unless they added a new PvP option that's just as quick as it. Well, my plan was to completely ditch Merchant and just put something there that doesn't block mana. Because regardless of if you put Bandit there or, well, anything, it's going to be blocking your mana. There's a mistake I made with it earlier, but I don't want to do that again just because it goes a little bit slower. But just a second Greed would probably be enough. Or even just using the first Greed there. Or then again, that would just block us again. But yeah, using a second Greed would probably be best. Don't actually cast it, but have it there so it doesn't block. Because if it starts with full mana, the mana is just going to go into whatever the next troop is if you never cast it, assuming it never gets mana drained. Salty doesn't even know what month it is. I almost forgot what year it was the other day at the bank last week. It's like, wait, is it 2019 yet? It's like, oh no, no, it's not. I almost forgot it's still 2018. I feel like since I've been out of school and college, that I've been getting like really bad at remembering what year it is. Yeah, we'll go for explosion for everything. Throw all that out for 2 more times. Don't you dare get an instant kill. Luckily, that doesn't make any difference whatsoever. It would have if he hit Weaver, but luckily he didn't hit Weaver. There we go. Okay, grab all that. Get our shards. Get whatever other rewards. Get our blue orb, right? Blue orb. Blue orb, right there. Blue. No, stop giving us green and orange. Okay, what did I want to go do? I want to go down here and start opening some of our primal stuff. Come on, good loot. Oh, come on, one more legend. That's all we need is one more legend. Give it to us, please. One more legend. No, wrong one. Wrong legendary. That is not the one I wanted. Whoops. I should have been more specific. Wait, why am I switching? Everything we need to do is in the underworld. Anyways, let's go to dungeons real quick. And let's actually give out a code as well. Let's just clear this out first, though. And then we'll go switch our Delve team to some kind of key team. Hello, Lucas. Welcome. Any interesting teams that could use either Moloch, Gloomleaf, Hindla, or Hydra? Unfortunately, no. All three of those tend to not get used. Moloch's occasionally used for his drain on a Guild War day, but that's about it. Gloomleaf just isn't... It doesn't excel enough at anything to be good. Like, the whole point of a Gloomleaf is it's supposed to be a reflect tank, but it's really bad at being a reflect tank, so it's just not used. Maybe if they make a Mythic that has, like 100% reflect, it might be okay, or even 200% reflect. But I don't know, he just doesn't reflect enough. 50% is not a lot. It would have to be at minimum 100% for it to be viable. And other than that, Hydra is just basically more inconsistent than Rowan. And you might as well just use Rowan for free from Fars of Thorns. Anyways, let's give out a redeem code. And they should have slightly more redeem, so it might last for the entirety of the stream, hopefully, possibly. Probably not. Let's see, put that in there. Let's see, nope. Do that, boom, put the other one in there. That, boom, okay, it works for both the accounts. Put that in there, copy, copy. And here you guys go. Oops, why is it not scrolling? That's weird. YouTube, why you don't want to scroll? Put that in there. But there you guys go. There's the redeem code. Use it on gemsofwar.com underneath the game code section. Gives the same loot as always. Your invite code can be found underneath your settings menu. Whatever your game says there is what you put in. The redeem code is right over there in chat as well as above. You just copy paste it, type it out. And gives the same reward of 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, and 2,500 gold. And it's usable on every platform except for the 2 console versions. And hopefully they will release for Nintendo Switch. They have said that they are making plans to possibly do it. Okay, stream is back. Sorry about that. Anyways. But yeah, they did say that they wanted to release on every console, but they didn't specifically say that they're releasing on Nintendo Switch, but they kind of did. So hopefully soon, eventually. Seems like something they're trying for next year. Anyways, what am I doing right now? I am making a key team. So let's just put a greed in here. Another greed. A thief. And key. And that's all we need. A really weird version, but it still works. Did I just type in thief? I meant key. There we go. We don't cover too much color, though. We only cover 3. Then again, we really only cover 3 even in the normal team because we never actually cast Cedric Sparkle Sack. He's just there for show to give us 100% gold. We can't actually use him here, though, because of the coloration of the faction. But, yeah, where's the banner I'm looking for? I'm looking for the +1 brown. There it is. No, that's not the one. That's the one. +2 red, +1 brown, -1 purple. And, yeah, let's go give it a shot. We can actually completely use it within this faction. And it will probably win all the way up to the point where you even need to win up to anyways to get the event done. Oops, need to make sure not to cast the first one, though. We always cast the second one, and now our our green is not blocked, so it'll go directly into our Thief. And if we have to, we can cast it for HP to make sure he doesn't die, which makes him a little bit tankier than other options. Okay, what else? Take the red down. Everything destroyed. And down. Yeah, special game code that destroys the stream, pretty much. That's about right. It's one of the bad things about this faction. It is one of the few that you have to check almost every room. It's not as bad as Hall of Guardians in that regard, but you definitely have to check almost every single room to actually know which path you want to take. Oops, I thought that would be a kill. Apparently not. We already do not have enough damage. Killed by 5 damage. Oh, that's one way to take it out. The annoying 3 HP. Nothing we can do to poke it. If we were using Thief, that'd be perfect, because we could easily clean it. But we're not. It actually is kind of weird that, because they don't do it for many weapons, but Thief is one of the few hero classes where the best thing to use its weapon with is actually the class itself. That is very rarely actually the case, but in the case of this weapon it is. And that the Thief hero classes work best with Key. We still need Titan for Invasion, so we can't really switch out. I still need to go get it maxed as well. We only have level 70 Thief at the moment. But we'll do it eventually. It doesn't really gain too much, though it can come into play. It only gains the 7% instant kill every single time you kill. The chance of it occurring is very unlikely, but it would speed up a battle a lot if it was to actually happen. I should have taken those browns first. Mountain Crusher, Gargoyle, Gimlet, Alkalite. Is that what we're using? Sounds like it would work. I've just been too much into Key lately to really use much else. Also, it actually works good for this one. This one can be slightly annoying. It looks ridiculously easy, but then you realize he can move your team and starts with half mana, and he has Stealthy. So all those factors makes him super, super annoying. Luckily, this doesn't cure that he has Stealthy, and we just kill him immediately. But I have definitely underestimated that battle many times, and then my team gets disoriented, and then we're kind of in trouble. But luckily it counts as a treasure room, so at least we get gold for it. I use Gargoyle on occasion. It's really good for double killing and triple killing. I have used it some for delves, just not a lot. It's really only good in low-level delves. But of course, that is all we're doing right now is low-level delves. I don't know, this works decently enough. It works pretty consistently to about 100. Until we need to triple hit key things. But as long as we're still in double key range, it's worth using. How did he not get full man out of that? Well, he did, but the other one did. Like right now, we're still in double key range where we can double shot them with 2 key casts. It's only when it starts to require a third when it starts to take too long. And a smash. Alright, how many shards do we get? Come on, large number. Oh, at least we got something that gets in there. Oh, come on, only 51. Hate when it gives all the other resources and blocks the shards. So we'll need at least another delve until we can go get our other loot there. Also, where are all the Vow Ravens? We only have 1 battle left. And we got those bullets in the middle there. Looks like we just go rush straight to the treasure room. Oh, wait, what's this tier 3? Oh, there we go. Good thing I checked. It's a 1.3. Gotta do that first. Hey, there's the Vow Raven I was asking for. Right on cue. I should probably get browns immediately so it dies out. But there's no browns to take, so we can't go do that. We'll go take a, let's take the brown for now. That should be enough to kill it. Also, this thing's been doing decently good and not dying. Take our yellow. Actually, we don't need yellow for anything. Oh, we'll take that green there into a red. Or not. 3 skulls in a row. Luckily, it does almost 0 damage. Ooh, no kills. Oh, no, bullet! Oh. What do we do about that? Do we let him bullet us multiple times? I don't think we do. That wasn't supposed to happen. But I think we're low enough in stats that we can still deal with it, even with it in first slot. It's a little bit weird having double last lock read though. But she does have 20% agile. Just upgraded your second kingdom to power level 12. Nice. Very nice. Yeah, we should have ours any second now. By any second now, I mean probably after this delve. All we have to do is get 1 copy of the legend, and we'll have it. Come on, just a little bit more mana. There we go. And now we just take that out. Ah, I took my mana. Luckily we get to kill it with this. If we could actually get enough skulls. Hello, Starlight. Welcome. Yeah, White Helm's currently the absolute easiest to get max now, which is really nice. Because of all the troops that it now has. Darkstone will also be really easy. I believe Darkstone's also 14 stars as soon as they add a hero class, which is coming early next year. Oh, I didn't even think about that. We actually only need... Well, obviously we have 2 greeds, not because we need 2 greeds, but because he disoriented our team earlier. The bullets. But one greed's actually full gold because his gold is based on how much HP you have. And since our stats are so high, one greed just happens to be enough because of how high the HP is. But no, the reason for having two is because we were using one as a tank. But then a bullet moved us. Yeah, it can be hard getting that many level 20s. Normally the easiest way is event keys. A lot of event keys. That and occasional blue orbs, of course. Mainly the smaller blue. Bigger blue you should try saving for eventually Zugoff. Yeah, what do we have? Well, apparently immediate key is what we have. Take the green, somehow didn't surge. Still got a skull, an extra turn out of that though. Wow. Okay, I will take that cascade. Actually wasn't too bad. Grab an extra turn red. No. Let him poke. Zugoff is a horrible troop, but there really isn't much else to use them for really good value. The biggest thing with Zugoff is he's eventually going to be required for Karkaroff upgrading. They will be adding a second Mythic to Karkaroff, so you won't need it to do 10 plus stars. But it will be required always to have one higher star on Karkaroff. You will require owning a Zugoff. And who knows, maybe even when it immediately gets 10 stars, it might actually be required to have him. They did confirm that they're eventually adding a another Mythic there, though. But there's a possibility that they add more troops before they add that Mythic, in which case it would be able to 10-star prior to that Mythic coming out by owning a Zugoff. So for reasons like that, it's going to be pretty nice to have one for it. But that could be a while from now. But yeah, 1 star level will always be determined by owning a Zugoff on that faction. I mean, on that kingdom. That's funny. I call the kingdoms factions and I call the factions kingdom. Hello, Joe T. Welcome. Glad you could make it. Oh yeah, that is a little bit annoying. It is ridiculously hard to max out the Guild War troops. You are correct. The ones that you only ever get from the weekly thing. I do have mine maxed out and had it for a while, but that's mainly because Guild Wars used to be every single week. And then was every 3 weeks, but now it's every 4 weeks, so I don't know if they're going to rebalance the rewards for that or what, but they really need to, because, yeah, it's so hard to actually get the max now. Same problem is going to apply to the Dooms. The Dooms are going to be near impossible to actually get to max Ascension. Mainly because it takes 6 months to get them even close. And even then, you'd have to use at least a small blue orb. Maybe even 2 small blues, if not a bigger one. Okay, go through that again. It's unfortunately diseased.
so we can't get mana on as well. We might as well just manually pick browns at this point. This team has been in such a weird order this entire time. It still functions about the same though. At least until something dies. But that's the whole reason for the other format, so that if something does die, it has no effect on it. Alright, we'll go to this. Got ourselves a Doom Skull there. Throw a key. He's gonna kill us with that skull. Come on, Agile. I don't think he triggered a single time in that battle. Oh well. All we have to do is get key up one more time. Even a skull will kill it at this point. And he did. Hey, level 9 chest. Still haven't gotten level 10 today, though. Come on, Shards. 103, I'll take it. Good enough. Claim our little tier reward. Get our vault key. How easy is it to get leaderboard right now? You only need like 110, 120. Probably 110. Problem is, free battles, I believe, only get us to about 90 or so. But anyways, unless we get another Val Raven. Anyways, let's go and open a bunch of shards. We have exact enough to hopefully get a legend here. Specifically the troop, not the lamp. Ooh, sacred treasure. That's not horrible. That's actually really nice to have. I do need more of those, but it's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the legend. Okay, well, let's head back to Delves. Still got a few more to go head through. Luckily, our team will be back to normal now. Let's see, what's our path? Looks like we just go to the treasure room. Yep, just go right to the treasure room. Oh no, this is the proper order of the team. It got reordered from a bullet cast. That's why the previous team looked so weird. This is the actual format of the team. And I have greed there so he doesn't block my green for thief. I know, it's like the get your name posted in global chat button. Wait, where is my name? We were in global chat, but it didn't post my thingy. Like right there is the sacred treasure and everything. Rip off. We got a treasure and it didn't show it. Also, what happened to my guild chat? It's still showing it, but I think we have to go. That's probably why I didn't show it in here. We gotta disconnect and reconnect. I hate when it does that. There we go. Okay, all of it's working now. Okay, anyways, let's go and take a red. We are not going to do 100 maps. Ever. Well, unless they buff maps. And actually, technically, to get an event done, we actually do about 100 maps or so. But unless there's actually an event or some kind of really big incentive, I would never do that. Though there is a confirmed buff to maps coming next patch. I mean, coming next, not next patch. Coming next year. What they will do, we don't know, but they are buffing it in some way, shape, or form. Same as Arena. Are the old raid invasion troops in the drop pools at all? Yes, every single one of them. Except for maybe the most recent ones. After 1 month, they get put into the drop table. So any of the ones from the last few weeks, probably not, but the ones from months ago and years ago, or, you know, several months ago, yeah, they would all be in a drop table. They're not really useful for anything, but they are in the drop table. The only thing that the boss troop gets used for outside of the game mode is those little boss things in dungeons actually count as bosses. Those like little custom legendary troops that you see in dungeons. But that's the only other place where bosses come up, and there's no other places that towers come up other than invasions. But hopefully they'll add new game modes in the future that will actually have towers and bosses in it. So that all the... Oh! Well, never mind. That's not that big a deal. That's actually supposed to happen. Now, if we lose another one, that'd be annoying. It's mainly if we lose one of those two. But anyways. Yeah, I hope they do add another game mode in the future that does use them. Because we're getting a lot of really dead troops coming into the game every single month because of that. At least with bounty troops, they're at least useful for every other bounty. But raids and evasions, once a raid troop comes in, you never need that raid troop again because you can't even use it in a different raids. You can only ever use it in that one raids. With bounty, it doesn't matter as much like when it comes in this Friday because whatever's coming in, it could potentially be useful in any bounty that ever comes into the game. Whereas raids and invasion troops are only ever useful for that specific raid or invasion for that specific week. And then when the next one comes around, it's not even used for it because it can't be used for it. Is there a max damage for the key? Yes and no. Max damage is technically... Well, it depends what your gold is. Really. But in a normal battle, if we just had 100 gold, its max damage would be 50 plus whatever your base damage is. But technically, its absolute max damage would be 3 Cedrics with a skeleton key, which would put you at, let's see, 400 divided by... that's 200. 200 plus 1,000. His max damage would be 1,203 would be his max damage to 2 enemies. So realistically, you would never do that. But his max damage is 1,203. So I'm not sure if that's exactly what you asked. Realistically, most of his damage is based on what your gold cap is. And things like Cedric Sparkle Sack and anything with Merchant will increase that. You can also magic buff it for extra damage. Though it's much more realistic to gold buff it. Well, a lot of things have a very similar max hit. Like if we compare the max hit of, let's just say, even just this Lava Elemental. This Lava Elemental can get a max hit of 1,005 plus 5 plus, or you times that by 3. Let's see. He can explode 5 reds, so it's 15 damage. The additional 5 off the thing, that's 20. So he can hit 1,020 damage then. So if you put everything into what their max hit is, it's a little bit more inflated than what it could actually technically be. Because realistically, you're never going to get it that high. There's a cap of 1,000. They ended up implementing this a long time ago, about the time when they added difficulties about 2 or 3 years ago. I don't know why they did. I really wish they wouldn't have, because it made it so you couldn't get infinite stats anymore, which was probably one of the most fun things to do. There was no actual purpose to it, but it was really fun just to try getting billions upon billions of stats. I think it was lagging their servers too much, which might have been one of the reasons they actually got rid of it. But no, 1,000 is the max stats you can have. It's kind of weird that it goes up to 1,000 instead of 9 9s, or 3 9s. But no, it actually goes up to 1,000 and no higher. Attack, armor, HP, and magic can all reach 1,000 on any troop, assuming you buff it enough with humility or any other troop that can increase a random stat. And damage can exceed 1,000 if they have other multipliers and other things on their ability. Though realistically, you would never need to hit over 2,000 on any troop in the entire game. And even more realistically, you wouldn't ever even need to hit more than about 1,000 or a little higher. Oh, he just silenced the only thing I need not to be silenced on my entire team. Good job. Well then. I guess we just have to pass our turn a billion times. Oh, don't you Death Mark die off of that. I don't have a cleanse for it. He's getting every perfect stats effect. Can we get our kill now? Well, at least she cleansed it, but can we get on silence? Thank you, finally. Wow, she didn't even gain all of her mana back. She's not even diseased. Why didn't you get all of your mana? Just gonna move that over. Didn't get the surge for the brown, so we gotta go cast it. And that's match. Almost match. Now it's matched.
Mana surge. Mana surge.
You're using Mountain Crusher and Furnace, Magnus, and Queen Fairy Fire? You mean Queen Titania? She is pretty much the only option for doing Fairy Fire. That and Glitter Claw are about the only two. There are others, but the rest of them are not that good compared to using the bigger two. Also, if anyone's just getting here now, let me go give out the redeem code again. It might still be active, so there you guys go. Could be used up, might still be active though. So make sure to double check that redeem code if you haven't already. Oh, it is still good. Nice. Yeah, she made the amount of claims on these a lot more than normal. So they probably will last most of the stream these days. Okay, final room. And we still need to complete out 2 more delves, I believe. So hopefully we find a Valraven on the next one, or we're going to have to spend 30 gems. It's not that much to go get an orb. Definitely worth it, that's for sure. So we're definitely going to have to do it. If we do find a Valraven, I think we could buy the leaderboard for only 90 gems. Which would definitely be worth it because we get 75 back in an orb. So I'll probably do that off stream if it seems like it's within range. It's probably not though. They always make you have to spend 30. No, I've had a couple times where you didn't need to spend 30. Though more often than not, it does have you need to spend 30. But compared to other events, that's ridiculously cheap. Most of the other events on average take like 250 to complete. If not more. 250 gems. This one does take slightly more time though. Well, maybe not. It depends how you look at it. But anyways, let's go claim that other reward. Go use all of our shards. Please get a legendary so we can go upgrade this kingdom. Oh, we don't even have a 200. Do it out one at a time to see that shiny legend come out. Come on. Nope. Okay. Anyways, let's go finish these last 2 delves. And then we have 3 more delves to go do. Yeah, 30 gems for a small green orb? Yeah, that's a little bit of a bad exchange. Haha. But normally it's not a small green, hopefully. Though even if it is a small green, that's 1,000 souls. While 30 gems isn't worth 1,000 souls, at least it's still 1,000 souls. It's 900 on an epic, 1,000 on a legend, and 1,200, I believe, on a mythic. Okay. And down it goes. Which way do we need to go? I don't think this one was anything. Come on, Valraven, where are you? You have like 5 battles left. Otherwise, we gotta spend the gems. That's a lot of extra turn. I think we just won that entire battle in 1 extra turn loop. Too bad that wasn't Guild Wars. Then again, we lose a lot of points because that's not even remotely close to pure team. I guess it's almost pure green, except for a weapon. And you are allowed to use repeats in Guild Wars, at least invading. Well, the green orb does have the highest chance to drop out of any of the orbs. I forget the exact rates, but I believe it's somewhere around 35% for green compared to the other colors. And blue is only around 15% or something. Which is why they're so rare. Yes, the green major is also the most common. And you also get one for free every single raid and invasion week. But even other than that factor, I believe it still has that 35% drop rate too. Killed that right before it got a drain, nice. And now we just need to apply one more key. Apparently not. 1 HP! Luckily all we have to do is hit a skull, and that shouldn't miss. Yeah, I still don't understand why it requires 20 small greens to make a major. Doesn't make any sense at all why it's not like all the other ones. You even need souls to craft it into a bigger blue, which makes even less sense. I really don't understand that at all. It's one of the most gigantic wastes in the entirety of Soulforge, and there's a lot of big wastes in the Soulforge. But it's definitely pretty high up there. They almost just need to do a patch where the only thing they do that entire patch is completely rework Soulforge. Oh, also, this is the last chance for us to get that Valraven. And no Valraven! Gotta go spend that 30 gems. Luckily, it's basically 0 gems. Oh, what am I doing? I already have egg at full mana. I'm like, keep trying to take mana as if it's not already at full mana. And it was still our turn. Level 8 chest. And a bunch of ingots and some shards. Okay, let's go and buy one more because we're a little bit short. But that's fine. If nothing else, we might be able to make a leaderboard off it. So we'll buy one. We'll have 3 more. That'll bring us to 110. And then if we buy another one, it looks like if we have really good score, we might be able to beat out all these other 120s. We'll find out. But let's just go and, for now, just buy... I'm not going to be doing that now, though. But we'll find out tomorrow night stream. But anyways, we'll grab this and go finish this out real quick. We only have to do, like, 3 battles. And then we'll go do the other 3 delves we need to go do. Not from here, but from the new kingdom that came in. Or the new faction from last week. Still need to go progress in there, of course. And start working towards that pet. I think one of them I'll delay till tomorrow, though. So we'll do 2 of them now. And that will give us more stuff to do tomorrow. Because this event does take up quite a bit compared to if we were to go do the class event or something. Okay, looks like we just go right to the treasure room. This game really needs economists. Yeah, the economy in this game has always been pretty weird. Am I still the only streamer that does Gems of War content? No, there's kind of a few others. There's Salty, of course, who streams every Monday. She's the community manager officially for Gems of War and all that. She actually works for the company and everything. And yeah, that's it. Me and her, basically. There are a few other people who stream occasionally. But it's mainly just me and her. As far as, like, consistently doing it on a regular basis. Oh yeah, if you don't count the devs, then yes, I'm literally the only one who basically streams it. Other than the other few people who just occasionally stream it every here or there. But they don't do it on any kind of regular schedule. Oops, I just tried casting that as if it was her. Fail. I like see a thing that has full mana, it's like, ooh, gotta go cast it, shiny. Shiny button, what does this do? We might need to start using it occasionally, though. It would give him HP if we cast that. We don't need the gold because we would already have max gold. But it would make sure he doesn't die if he's getting really close to death. Gains, what, 37 HP out of it. And he doesn't even waste a turn to do it, which is nice. But he does block my mana if he does. I'd rather there be more streamers and content creators. There just hasn't really been. There's been some people in the past, but everyone who has done content, at least on a somewhat regular basis, ended up just stopping it. We've been the only person who's just consistently done it the entire time. What do we take? We'll take the brown into a brown there. Didn't get it. Key will just throw. He's going to def mark us. Oh, no, he won't. We'll get the kill in there. Also, I believe this is the last battle we even need to get in until we get the event done. And then we can go see our green orb that we're about to go earn. Oh, you're going to start streaming? That'd be cool. Let me know if you do. What is my pure team for Crypt Delve? It's triple Lady Mirana, followed by a Grave Knight, or Grave Seer. What's that guy called? The one that converts all green to purple. That one. But that's the one I run for pure faction. You have the 3 Lady Miranas that you do for all of your damage and tanky ability, and the Grave Seer is to counter the enemy's Grave Seer and to occasionally get board control. You can also use it occasionally to pass your turn. Okay, that should be all the battles we need for now. Let's just go collect. And please be a blue or purple, ideally blue. Yay! Not blue though, but still something that's not green or purple. I mean green or orange. So see, it was worth it. We spent 30 gems to go get a 15 gem keys, which is like 14 gems or so. Anyways, go do that legendary task. Oh, by the way, we still need people, if anyone's interested. We still have 3 spots left. I need to go try heavily, I guess, on maybe Thursday. Try checking the forum and seeing if I can get more people. Then or just spam global chat for several hours sometime this week. But anyways, there's still one more thing I want to do before we end out the stream, and that is, where to go? The new faction, where I was actually just already here. Primal, I want to go get a little bit deeper into here. Go and do 2 of these battles, and one will just delay till tomorrow. We're just going to go straight to the boss room. And we're still using this. We're using a weird Devour team just because this Delve is strange in that it doesn't have any excessively good instant kill options compared to many of the other Delves. So I figured we'd go with a partial Devour team. It's been going okay. It's a little bit weird, but I don't know, it gets the job done. We have a super tanky front line, and we just slowly chip them down with Devours over time. Has a little bit of synergy, it's just a little slow, but it's pretty consistent. At least it hasn't lost yet. Keyword on the yet, but it has been pretty consistent so far. Actually, let me Mountain Crusher this. Should throw a Kraken every time we have it, just because it has a higher chance to Devour than Gluttony. At this point, I might as well just let him die to normal damage, because he's so close. Luckily, that didn't do durability. Come on, Skull, where are you? There you are. Also, 0 Devours so far. Still 0 Devours. Alright, this is a really unlucky battle. What's happened? Oh, that was weird. Like lagged for a second. Still 0 Devours. At this point, we might as well just be running a normal team that does damage. Dude, that's basically what we're doing here. Hello, Devour. You know you have the ability to do so. It's probably going to Devour on the last possible chance. Like that, yeah, pretty much. Well, a little late. Like 20 Devour chances later. Well, I'm doing delves for the faction renown mainly. I'm just doing every single delve up to the point where they have all their faction renown. And that's needed for extra stats and stuff like that. That's what I've always done delves for. I haven't bothered farming them for any other reason yet. It has been solely for the purpose of getting faction renown. And no other purpose other than that. Yep, that is... Oh, never mind. That's the one I meant to do. That's fine. Hey, he def marked it. Luckily, we devoured it. Luckily, the def mark doesn't come to us since we devoured. That'd be kind of weird if it did. But also pretty funny. Come on. There we go. You paid the 30 gems for one Mardell to finish rewards, and guess what color you got? You got green, most likely. Probably. Though honestly, I get better value out of a green orb than I do out of an orange. Because we have everything fully traded in the game. An orange orb does nothing to me. At least a green orb I can view as about 1,000 souls or so. But there's currently nothing to dump trade stones into. Though I say that, but Surian did mention something in the most recent Q&A stream for the 4-year anniversary, that they are planning on adding a trade stone sink into the game, which that's going to be interesting. Because we actually don't currently have one. And there are a lot of trade stones in endgame. Like, they could add a trade stone sink, and there will be people that won't even sink all their trade stones because they have so many. So yeah, farm trade stones. No, there's no need to really go out of our way at the moment, but it might actually give orange orbs a purpose for late game players. More than they have now of absolutely nothing. Speaking of 4 years, what is the cool bonus stuff that they've done in the previous years? What do you mean by that, by bonus stuff? I don't know specifically what you're asking by that. Do you mean like new content that was added? Or... I don't know what you mean by that. I think the biggest thing that was ever added, if that's the question, would probably be traits. Like, the thing that changed this game the most is just the concept of these 3 traits that every troop had. Prior to them, there was no such thing as immunities, and just a lot of stuff. It came in pretty simple when it first came out, but the premise of them adding this was probably one of the biggest things. And I believe it was version 2.0 actually that added it. Sorry, James, what was your question? Oh, sorry, I actually can't even scroll my chat right now. I don't know what's up with it. And I don't want to click refresh because then I probably won't be able to see your question. 1 second. YouTube's being weird, so I need to go manually scroll it. James, I don't currently see your question. Could you repost your question? Because I don't see it. Oh, are dragon eggs glitched? You tried summoning a baby... Oops, now it moved. You tried summoning a baby dragon, and it keeps going back to dragon egg. No, they're not glitched. That can happen. It's very unlikely that would happen multiple times in a row. But yes, a baby dragon, or a dragon egg can summon a baby dragon that then transforms back into a dragon egg, and that can happen multiple times. The chance of that happening is excessively unlikely, but it can. It's a 1 out of however many dragons there are in the game chance that that would happen each time. So if you had that happening multiple times, then you are very lucky / unlucky. Oh yeah, you do need an empty spot. If there's nowhere to summon it, you can't get a summon. You can only have 4 things on your team. He keeps taking my brown. There we go. Okay, can we get a green seer here? Hopefully. Actually, let me gluttony first. Actually, you know what? I should probably get this all the way to full mana first. That way we can actually use the better Devour rate. Of 35% instead of 20. we'll take that. Grab another mountain. Get another Kraken on it. Should you complete every single room in a delve or a faction event? Faction events, yes. Delves, not so much. Once you reach a certain difficulty, it's more time efficient just to rush right to the boss room. And that generally starts to happen around 200 or 250. I don't know why I keep denying the blue before I use that. I'm basically just denying its capability to X-turn at all. Down to 0. You're better off denying brown every time. Because at least the board will get replenished by the time we need to do it again. So what happened with all of our Devours? We get one immediately and then we don't see another one the entire battle. Why'd I do that? Who's gonna die regardless of if that devoured or not? One mana short. Luckily, Vex turn there. There we go. And that's match. Was that our second one or our first one? Pretty sure that was our second one. Though it might have been our first. That just took forever. No, I think that was 2. Let's see. Nope, that was only 1. Wow, they take forever. I guess how low the Devour rate is. We might need to reconsider our team then into a different instant kill team. Because unless it gets super lucky, it's going to take a little while. There we go. Oh, what was the coolest thing that they've ever did for a 4-year anniversary thing? I'd probably have to say last year. They ended up giving out new troops. They ended up giving out VIP keys. They ended up giving out several various resources and stuff like that. But no, they didn't really do much this year. It was mainly the 3-year anniversary. They went really huge into it. But I think they went so huge that their publisher was like, nope. But I don't know. For some reason or another, they probably just cut it back a little bit. You never know. Any number of reasons. Also, they're probably busier just working on patches this time around as well. And we did technically get VIP keys. They gave it out on the 25th. Assuming you logged in all the days. Because that system wasn't set up back then. The daily calendar thing. But I am surprised they didn't do like a little add-on calendar thing for a few other rewards of some sort. Because someone who doesn't like pay attention to the forums or anything, they might not even notice it was the 4-year anniversary. Like you have the skulls and everything, but like there'd be no clear indication that it was. Yeah, the only thing they did this year was a cosmetic pet, and that's it. And technically 2 VIP keys, I guess. Because they tend to only give out VIP keys during the 4-year anniversary thing. They've done it at a few other situations, but it's mainly been from the anniversaries. Though I guess technically they might have also done it for Black Friday weekend, because to try to convince people to buy VIP keys. Who knows? But I don't know, there's normally no need to ever actually go buy VIP keys, like with money. Like I think there's a $5 pack thingy. At one point it was, because it used to be, not glitched, but it used to give more, it gave more towards your VIP than it should have. Like by almost like 2 or 3 times the amount. Also, are we about to lose this delve? We shouldn't. But yeah, we just lost Mountain Crusher. That's annoying. Wasn't paying attention to our current barrier state right there. But oh well, shouldn't be too big a deal. We can easily win with just these 3. Assuming they can actually devour. I should probably deny Brown. We actually don't use Brown anymore. At all. Definitely need to make sure Gluttony doesn't die. Because we will be needing all 3 of them. I should have taken that skull. Whoops. Oh well. Let's see. We'll go and try devouring you. Nice. There's nothing to do on this board. Let's take a red there. And one more skull will do it. And there it is. Okay, these other 2 battles are going to be a little bit weird starting out. That's because we don't have a proper tank. And Gluttony can easily die prior to getting devoured. Oh, well, there we go. Well, we won the battle. Oh, that makes that easier. We haven't won yet, but it's very likely with 1 Devour, because we have the same durability as them now. And if we get a second Devour, it's easily win. Okay, what kind of alignment do we have? Any? Let's see. I'll just take that for now. Into, I guess, a purple. Alright, the rest of that we can kind of just leave as is. Devour that. See if we can get a green seer anywheres. Maybe on blue if we can. Actually, let's move that first. What else can we take? I guess we just try for a Devour. I guess we technically could go for a skull. Green seer. I guess we'll do it on purple. Because we still get a skull out of it. And then we can just crack and kill it. There we go, and we won. Oh, no, we didn't. Nope, not quite. Round 2. I should have taken some more of those greens. Luckily, we still extra turn. And he'll just die to his skull if we can actually find one. There we go. Okay, and as long as we get a quick Devour on this final battle, we'll be fine. Still could lose, though. Now that Guild Wars is once a month, wouldn't you agree they need to at least show the guild leaderboard? Yes, I don't... They do a lot of weird things with it. You can't even see any of the stuff from the previous weeks. I don't know why they have it available, but then don't even show it if you click on the guild thing. There's a lot of tweaks that it needs. All of like the weekly events need to be slightly tweaked now that they're only once every month. And the way that they initially set up Tower of Doom seems really weird too. Okay, we have a bit of a bad issue here, and that is we can't steal attack at the moment. So we kind of just have to pass our turn until he's unentangled. And he just got re-entangled. Good job. But we basically just have to keep waiting. Oh, he's about to die to burn as well. Oh, you know what? He's already dead. I'm just going to have to try for Devours, even if he doesn't get anything. Okay, good. We got Devour on Kraken, so worst comes to worst, we win off the Kraken. Though we're going to have to, because that's going to be the only thing we're going to have left. That's going to be weird. We're gonna have to solo Kraken him. And I don't want to use this because then we'll block on purple. I'll use it if we have a 5 times, but using on a non-5 times isn't worth it, given the current situation. Well, there goes that. Come on, Kraken, you got this. No, this is actually a pretty easy win if we get one more Devour. Problem is, we need to get one more Devour. I don't want to take that purple, but apparently we have to. Oh, he didn't even go for the skull. That's weird. I'll take it then. Okay, he'll take that skull, yeah. About time. Nice. Okay, we won. Oh no, we were entangled though. Ah, I could have used that attack value. But at least we still got the HP and armor. But yeah, you can't gain attack while you're entangled, and you can't gain magic while you're webbed. There's no variant of that for HP and armor, though. There's nothing that can prevent you from gaining HP or armor, but there is for attack and HP. Oh, why am I trying to take a skull? Yeah. Well, I guess taking a skull is still worth it, because if he takes a skull, he entangles us. So I guess we have to still take skulls even if we're at 0 attack. There we go. And we got attack for, hey, 1,000 HP. Unfortunately, this is going to just be an entangle war at this point, unless we get Devour. Okay, he might actually still win. Hopefully we get Devour soon. What do I need to deny? Yellow and green. Well, let's make sure we grab our colors too. Please Devour him. There we go, okay. Well, we're back at 1,000 HP again. There we go. That was a very strange battle, but nonetheless did get completed. I'll need to look into some other stuff to use later, but for now, we'll leave it there. Oh, we have exactly 200 as well. Well, 201, close enough. Hopefully we get the legend from this, so we can go and 12 star it. Let's do it one by one. The suspense. Also so I can drink some water. Looks like all useless stuff. Come on, legend. Specifically the troop, not the lamp. Though I guess a lamp wouldn't be too bad either. Nope, didn't get it. I think that was the last one. Yep. Nope. Okay, how many rare copies do we have? I don't think we got it this stream. Which means we're not getting it till probably next Tuesday. Unless I get it from the other shards later. I'll make sure to not open the other shards later from the last few of the event I need to go do. So let's go check the loading troop menu and see if we have all the rares. I know for sure we don't have all the legends. We need one more copy in order to have all the legends. But there's a slight possibility we actually got enough copies of the rare that we have it max now. We'll go double check. And if anyone else has any other questions I may have missed, let me know. Yeah, Kraken's an awesome troop. Still one of the better ones in the game. Even after a few nerfs. He's still amazing. Also, this server thing I don't think is being fixed next patch, by the way. They have made changes in the most recent patch to make it slightly worse, but it's a... it has, I believe, something to do slightly with their servers and slightly to do with the fact of the Unity engine needing some kind of update to work better with it. And those two combination of things is what keeps causing this. It also doesn't help that they have a billion things in their troop menu. They have 500-something troops, they have like 200-something weapons, they have all the banners, they have all the bonuses, they have all the pets, and they have all the troop slots all in one screen. And a whole search menu thing. But anyways, what am I looking for? I'm looking for... where is it? I'm looking for... not Primal. Primal Rift. That's also not Primal Rift. Yep, we need 10 more copies of her or one more copy of the Legend. And then we'll have 12-star Forest of Thorns, which we don't currently have. And we will get 11 and 12 stars simultaneously. We just need one more troop maxed out to 20. And we'll have the pet for this thing probably next week. If you're running Priest, or I mean, if you're running Primal, give the team you suggested. Fury, Ubistet, Megavore. You can't run Megavore. You can't run Megavore. Unless you're referring to a different Mega. Or wait, am I thinking of something differently? No. The place is green and purple, and Megavore is brown, red, blue. That's the whole reason why we're having a trouble, is we can't use Ubistet or Megavore. Because you can only use green, purple. But yeah, if we could be using Ubistet and Megavore, it'd be going way quicker. If we could use those two. Because that's along the lines of what I would normally be using. Either some kind of Ubistet team, some kind of Megavore team. Like Ubistet with Dragon Eye, or Megavore with Infinite Turn Loop. Oh yeah, we never brought back Mang with Apothecary. Something as basic as that would work if they don't have any movement troops. I guess if we had to, we could just go back to the classics. We're already using Titan anyway, so we're already using the correct hero class to make that work. But yeah, maybe we'll go back to that and just use a Mang team for everything. It's a little risky once Hero dies, but Hero most likely won't die. But anyways, guys, I'll see y'all later. Thanks for coming down. No, the Delve troops are not in chests. They are never added in chests. They are only available through the Shards specifically from every single faction. They are never added into chests, unfortunately, nor are they ever added into Soulforge. You just have to go and save up a bunch of Shards for it and accumulate them that way. But anyways, guys, I'll be back tomorrow, same time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, about 2 hours prior to now tomorrow. We'll mainly be going and doing a bunch more invasions, a few delves, and let's see, what's Wednesday's thing? It's just the blue pet, so nothing too special. Thursday, we will have the class event. I was slightly considering doing the leaderboard for this. I'm not sure if I will, but I don't know. We'll find that out on Thursday. I don't know. I kind of do, I kind of don't. Leaning towards a no, possibly, but I don't know, we might, because the Mythic's coming right around that corner too, so some people might want to save for the Mythic instead. So it might be one of the times we can finally take leaderboard. But I don't know, we'll see. I'll determine that on Thursday or Wednesday night if we're actually going to bother for leaderboard on that. By leaderboard, I mean like trying to make first place. I haven't tried for one yet, but if we are, it's probably going to be on that because we have like level 0 of that hero class right now. And some people might have already maxed it out who wanted it maxed. Yeah, we only have level 57. We can immediately get that to 100 if we try making number 1 on leaderboard. Though the problem is it would cost us several thousand gems, but hey, we'd have our first power orb. Then I just need to make sure I never misclick and accidentally use the power orb on something. I haven't misclicked any of the orbs yet. I believe it brings up a warning screen. Which class is it? It's Pride Guard, or whatever that one is called. I just forget its name. It's this one. Or Sunspear, I mean, is the class for Thursday. It's a pretty useless hero class. It was somewhat relevant when it first came out, because it was the only hero class that had Water Tree when it first came out. But then they added Frost Mage, and Frost Mage is way superior to this hero class. There's not a single instance you would ever use this hero class. It's just really bad. Even with Roshkas, it's not really worth it most of the time. Hello, Kevin. Hello, J-Vills. And goodbye, both of you. And everyone else. But anyways, guys, thanks for coming down. I'll see y'all later. And we'll be back tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, to go over all that. And then determine if we're actually going for leaderboard. If we do go for leaderboard on Thursday, I'll probably do a stream like midday, doing a bunch of grind or something, just to, because I'm going to be doing it anyways, might as well stream some of it. Won't be streaming all of it, because that would be taking way too long. It would just be the same thing over and over and over again, just doing the tier 5 battles of all of the Pride Lands thing. And it's probably just going to be us spamming Ubistet like crazy the entire time. Too bad we don't have 2 Ubistets. I don't even think it's craftable right now. If it was, I actually would consider crafting one. Let's see. No, it's just Wordbreaker this week. But if there was one available, I would actually consider it just for this event. But anyways, guys, I'll see y'all later. Thanks for coming down. Have a wonderful week, and goodbye, everyone.